Hey there, how's it going? Welcome back to the vlog. If you don't know me, my name's Tim Simpson, and today we're going to be doing some cooking. Stick around and have a look. Okay, so Annalise has just been out to the studio and she tells me that she's a bit under the weather and not sure about whether she's doing her Twitch stream tonight, and asked if I could make her some Jook. Now, Jook is an Asian rice soup. It's a gluten rice base that you then add meats to and various things, and it makes a really good soup. It's also called congee or rice porridge, and it can be found in basically all Asian countries as some variation of this, even in parts of the Middle East. So what we're going to do now is pop inside, shove this on, and come back out and eat it. So we're going to start off here with some chicken in a stock pot. As you can see, I'm using drumsticks in this case, but that's because it's what I've got in the freezer. If I was going to pick something up from the supermarket, I'd get thigh meat. Into this, going to add some ginger, a good sprinkle of salt. This needs a reasonable amount of salt in it, and of course a reasonable sprinkle of soy sauce around it all as well, and just a wee bit of honey to melt through it to bring the flavour out of everything. Now, while all that's cooking in the crock pot, we bring out the rice cooker, and into the rice cooker we're going to put 1 cup of sticky rice or glutinous rice. Don't need to put any more than this in, no matter how tempted you are. It will expand quite a lot and absorb a lot of water. We're also going to add 2 or 3 cups of water right now. This will get it rolling and start the rice cooking while the stock's rendering down. And of course turn the rice cooker on to get it going and start it boiling. Next, of course, is some garlic. Always got to have plenty of that. We'll just slice that up nice and fine. And scrape that into a bowl so that we can take it over to the stove and add it into the stock. As you can see, the rice is starting to cook down a little bit and start to form a bit of a soup. The water's getting nice and cloudy. I'm going to put some more water in that and go and check on the chicken, which has come out of the stock now. Okay, so we've taken the chicken out of the stock, but we've left it boiling and rendering down. And I've put the chicken into cold water here to stop it from cooking anymore at the moment, and also to cool it down, make it easier to rip the chicken off the bone, because obviously when you're doing that you don't want to be burning your fingers on hot chicken fat. Now, while the rice is still cooking and rendering down, I'm going to take some of the stock out of the stock pot and start adding that into the chicken. I'll just keep moving that slowly over and adding up the amount of liquid the rice has got to cook into, and that's smelling really nice now. As you can see, the rice is getting a smoother and smoother consistency all the time, and the grains are starting to split and break down. The soup's getting a bit cloudier, which is good because it means that the rice is turning into the thick soup base. And I'll just put the lid back onto that and let it keep cooking for a while longer. And in the meantime, I'll just keep ripping meat off the chicken bones here. Awesome, that's all of those done. I've got a whole heap of meat now that I can put into the soup. This is rather delicious meat. It's nice and tender. It's not overcooked, which is great. It's going to make a great soup base. Right, over here the broth is still bubbling away. It's looking really good. It's becoming much smoother consistency, which is great, and it's smelling wonderful as well. The grain is breaking down really nicely, and I think we're about ready to start looking at putting the chicken in. It's looking nice. So here's the chicken going in. We'll put that in just in a big lump and then mix it around, making sure it's all evenly coated. And now, of course, really looking to part that beautiful meat into the beautiful jook. This lets me see how much space I've got left, so I can pour in the remainder of the liquid stock out of the stock pot, and just filling that right up to the brim pretty much. A lot of it will boil off still, but we want to get as much of that flavour and colour in there as we can. Yum. And there we go. I'll just let that rend down a bit more now. You can see how it's breaking up there. I'll just lift a bit more out. And we'll just let that simmer away for another 10 or 15 minutes, I guess, just till it thickens really nicely and everything integrates through, the flavours all blend into each other. Then I'll go and get everybody and dish it up. Okay, that's been about another 10 minutes or so, and this is looking absolutely gorgeous. You can see I've broken an egg into that and stirred it around as well. It's quite common to put 1 or 2 eggs in there just to smooth it out, and put a bit of egg white in for the protein and everything. You can see that consistency is just spot on. So let's dish it. One of the great things about doing the cooking, of course, is you get to be the first one to grab some while it's piping hot. There we go. I'll just grab myself a few scoops of that and head on back out to the studio. Okay, I am back now in the studio, and I have my bowl of Jook with me, which I am now going to dutifully start eating right in front of you. And that is absolutely fantastic, exactly what I need right now. It's wonderful food if you're feeling under the weather or your family's a bit ill or something like that. Really quick and easy to make, incredibly nutritious, and just yum and really good for you. Anyway, I'm going to leave that one there. If you like this, do remember to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notify bell to make sure that you don't miss any more videos. If there's something else you'd like me to make or show you how to do, just put that in the description below. Really keen to hear about your experiences making this or anything else, and I will see you in the next one, which will be fairly quick. We're going to be making ice cream. See you later.